family.
Welcome.
How y'all doing, man? Good evening to y'all.
Surviving Vegan Podcast, episode number
8.
Number 8.
Ooh,
We're on episode number 8.
We done came to number 8, y'all. That's what's up, man. And we appreciate you all for tuning in, checking us out, believing in what we do and what we say.
Absolutely. Have a little baby Prince here. He's trying to grab the microphone. Say, hey, Prince. He's just looking.
Introduce myself. I am IAmSurvivingVegan _ Grizzythaking.
And I am Mauricio Shown at IAmSurvivingVegan on Instagram. Oh, and follow me on TikTok. I am Surviving Vegan.
You TikToking?
TikToking. And Millie rocking.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's where you getting a little up in the 30 piece and you get to be like.
Okay, you're 1 year away from 30, so you're not even 1 year. You're a few months away from 30.
Listen, hold on. I'm still 28. What you talking about?
You're not 28 at all.
So
but welcome to the podcast,
What's
y'all.
going on today?
Today I am answering questions that need answers. So one of our followers on Instagram asked us, wait, let me read the question so I don't mix it up, so I can say exactly what it says.
Let's see.
And this is actually a good topic. We love this topic. Because I know what it feels like to be in this situation. So the topic is difference between manifestation and lying to yourself / fantasizing. And that was from _Daphne on Instagram. Difference between manifestation and lying to yourself / fantasizing. Are you fantasizing or are you manifesting?
All right. Let me start this off. Now, you would think your manifestations are fantasies when they start coming through now. I promise. I'll tell you that right now.
Exactly.
That is important to know. I do believe that, how can I say it, your manifestations can be whatever you please them to be. But you also don't want to make put yourself in a position where you can't obtain something. You still want to make it maintainable.
Yes, make it attainable so that you don't lose trust.
Did I say maintainable?
You said maintainable.
Oh Lord. Yeah,
make it attainable for yourself so that you don't lose trust in yourself and don't lose your intuition.
Yeah.
Because I know that you say, for instance, you are 9-to-5 worker, making $400 a week. Don't go into it manifesting. Next week, I want to win the mega ball and win $400 trillion.
That's possible, though.
That is possible. But then you come out of that manifestation, or you come out of that affirmation, and you're like, dang, how am I winning this dang on $400 trillion? Well, that you can't have that type of spirit because that means you don't trust it. You got to say, I'm buying my ticket and I'm winning. And if that's what you want to put your energy into, and you want to fast and put your energy into that, then it can happen. But as soon as you come out of your manifestation, visualization, meditation, you like, is that really gonna happen?
And I think that, and for me, I do things that I manifest, that I believe in. I put them on paper, and
absolutely,
I know that I can obtain these. I might not obtain them tomorrow. I might not obtain them in a week.
Exactly.
But I know that they're obtainable for me. I'm not for to talk about no lottery. I'm just not, because it's like a 1 in a billion chance you're gonna hit the lottery, and that makes the manifestation weaken because you are putting your energy into something that's just like
out of your control.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Out of your control. So you want to make sure
I'm glad you said that. Out of your control.
You want to make sure, because when you come out of your visualization for your manifestation, we'll talk about exactly how to visualize, but I definitely want to make this point. After you come out of your manifestation and visualization meditation, you want to be able to put in work behind that. Yes, your work could be buying that lottery ticket, but there's a lot left to chance. People think that manifestation is a magic pill, and it's not that. Manifestation is using your tools, such as your voice, such as your frequency, your ability to clean your temple, all of these tools you have in order to direct your energy towards what you want to attract to yourself. You can attract a lottery winning to yourself, but again, that got to be paired with everything else.
Exactly. Man, I mean, like today, I went into my spiritual room for my manifestations, and actually, no, it was yesterday. I'm sorry. I went into the spiritual room, and for the first time ever, I'm not even gonna say it lie, like first time ever I was able to visualize my manifestations properly. Now, the method that I had to use to get to that visualization was very uncommon for myself to do. And I allowed the Most High to direct me on how to visualize. And it's not even and the way I visualized was more so, I know if you ever heard of the Buddhists or the what's the guys in the mountains? They be like in the mountains, the word.
Monks?
The monks, and they have those chants where they're like, and things like that. And I use that. And this is actually practiced in ancient time. Back in ancient Kemetic time, these things were practiced. This is part of the African culture. And I used that. And in the midst of using it, I was able to literally visualize all my expectations for myself, all my manifestations. I was able to see them. And I had to quiet my mind. I never been able to really quiet my mind. For me, that's like fantasy. How can you quiet your mind? How can you get to that position where you can really see?
And I'm glad you said that, because I don't tell my students to quiet their mind, because it's almost impossible. But when you start to chant and you say things like, it focuses your energy. So your mind is directed on creating the sound, staying focused in your chant. So that's a way to quiet your mind, in essence, refocus your energy. Myself, I like to let my mind, see people, they do different things, but I like to allow my mind to roam free. I do like to listen to my thoughts, because if I'm always, quiet in my mind or trying not to think what I'm thinking, then I might miss some trauma that need to be healed. I'm always constantly assessing like what is going on within me so that I can correct it if it's not, what I should be giving off or the energy that I should have. So that's pretty much how I do it when I go into meditation. It's usually going in with a goal, and I use all of the tools, as I said before, that we have available to manifest. And if I had like a beginner's guide, can we break those down to like 3 steps, like the steps of meditation, how we do it? We're talking specifically meditation for manifestation.
Meditation for manifestation.
There's different ways you can meditate. You can meditate for bringing more balance, more harmony, but we're talking about specifically manifestation.
3 steps.
Let's talk about the physical, spiritual, and mental. Go ahead.
Well, first I would say, and this might fall into the physical, find a quiet space. Especially when your mind is cluttered. You have so many things that you're taking care of. You need to try to find a quiet space, whether it's walking in the park, whether it's going in your backyard, whether it's a empty room in your house, or your attic, your garage, whatever it may be. Get to that quiet space. I know we deal with families. We have house full of kids, especially us. Like it's hard to get to that quiet space, but you have to do it if you truly want to get to your.
Don't make excuses like I ain't got time to do it. That has to become your routine, so that manifesting becomes your routine.
And that's how I felt today. Like today, my whole day, I woke up. You got flies on you?
I don't know. It was a bug on me over here. It was a bug. I got baby breastfeeding. I got flies bumping me in my face.
What you look at me like that for? I ain't do that. But like for me today, I almost missed my meditation time, and literally 5 minutes to 10 minutes before we started the podcast, I went in and did a meditation and for my manifestations, because I got lost in my work day. Instead of doing my meditation early in the morning, I waited, and I kept waiting, working, getting locked into that, and then the day is shortened. So my meditation wasn't my 2 to 3 hour regimen as usual.
He really be doing 2 to 3 hours, y'all.
It was just a quick little 10 minutes, but I still got it in, and that's the feeling you gotta have. Like I have to get to my meditation. I gotta do this today.
And what we have to realize for African people, our spirit is first. Our spirit is first. So if you missing meditation, just like people know, you missing church, you missing meditation, you're missing your quiet time, you are not aligning your spirit. So you're putting your physical or material things before your own spirit. And anytime you do that, you know, you always out of balance. So we have to go in meditation and manifestation knowing that we're arriving in the spirit. We're arriving in the spirit. Like he said, go to a quiet place. Of course, that may be for 10 minutes or 3 hours. Is up to you what you're able to do. Then I will also want you to have something or pictures of people who you know have achieved the goals that you want. That's my personal tip. Like, for example, I have a picture of Mansa Musa, who is the richest man to date, an African man. And I use his picture as a point of reference of my possibility, all right, my potential, somebody that I can relate to. Same thing for you. You know, maybe you want to manifest being a top real estate agent. Then find a real estate agent that, you know, you can look to and use their life as an example for the potential that you have. So that's something that I like to do, as well as
I think that's a part of the visualization
as well.
You need to be able to see it and believe in it. And I think that's what our culture in itself is lacking. We have a lot of, well, we don't have a lot of inspirational figures, or we don't know them, I would say. And if you don't have a visual of what you're looking at or looking for, how can you really cultivate it? How can you really believe that it can be done? So
exactly, your brain is always putting things together.
We're visual learners. We have, and everybody is a visual learner some way, somehow. So you need to be able to see it. That's how the brain works. So, you know, in that, and what you just said, that's, we have the physical, the, what was it? Spiritual. And what was that?
And I said the mental. So I always like to write my manifestations down, okay, to make them real. I personally like to use a pencil to write them down, not a pen, because the elders taught me that makes it natural. Right, using natural things. You don't want to use like ink, which most of that gets chemicalized, just like, you know, put chemicals in the body. So I write my manifestations down. I remember, I wish I had some of those letters I wrote like 2 or 3 years ago. I know they would blow out my mind, but lately, since last year, I've been saving all of my letters that I write to myself, of my expectations of self, by, you know, continuing to stay on my journey. You know, you manifesting every single day. So my manifestations are real, because I believe that by me cleansing my temple, holding myself to a high standard when it comes to my morality and things like that, that's the fuel for my manifestation. So you can't be out here talking about, I want $1 trillion, attracting it to yourself, but you out here being toxic as heck. You're only going to attract toxicity.
Correct.
So, I write my manifestations down. And I looked over some of my manifestations that I wrote for the new year, and a lot of them have already happened.
Oh, they happening.
They happening every day. They happening every day.
I mean, and we're not even over exaggerating. I think that we've gotten to a level where we haven't mastered it. I would definitely not say we've mastered it, but we've just touched the rim, and it's like, it's addictive.
Yeah, it definitely is. You be like, I got to get my spiritual time in. Like, nothing more important than that.
I never been like that. I always yearned for it. I would say that, to have that spiritual connection with everything around me, with the Most High, and I just never got to that point. And now I've dedicated so much more time to it, and it's like, woo.
Yeah.
It's like, woo, like.
I mean, I knew it. I knew it because I had dedicated 4 straight months to it, and that birthed 4 generations of things. The things that I wrote down, and then when I saw things happening, I used to have my mind blown. And up until recently, my mind stopped blowing. Like, because up until probably like 2 months ago, I'm like, I know for a fact.
I think it just stopped blowing like a week ago.
That was like, no, when what's it called? It wrote me.
No.
When what's her face wrote me?
Because they be coming more frequently.
Yes, you're right.
They've been coming like back to back.
One of my manifestations was influencers working with us, and on last year, my birthday, I started manifesting that. And you have to, I gotta say this, you have to be in peace. You can't go into manifestation without peace, because peace means you're balanced, and that is how we're able to manifest. But, you know, I would go take I didn't have, we were staying in the 1-bedroom at the time. So I didn't have time to really get peace. And we didn't have a backyard because we freaking lived in a duplex, a triple tracks, whatever that was. But I didn't have the time, but I made the time. I used to go get a massage, and that whole hour while they rubbing my back, when you at peace, you listen to the waves and the sounds. I'm thinking about all my manifestations. I'm visualizing it. You have to allow yourself to feel it. You have to allow yourself to be in the moment as if it's happening right now, and you know that it's going to happen. You have to use all that energy. I just try to gather all the energy up, and I say, psh. Like, and then I just put it and I just put it towards my manifestation, and that's what I do. And it's been working. It's gonna keep on working. I lay the hands on it, and I just believe that my body's electric because I feed it electric food. So I'm touching stuff. Don't be touching me and you eating chitlins and baked beans and ribs and all that. No, don't be laying no hands, because that's not electricity to me, in my opinion, right? And scientifically. So I'm eating electric foods, electrically charged foods. I got electrolytes. I'm feeding my body. I believe that when I lay hands, there's power in that. And I believe that everything I touch turn to gold. I anoint myself as well. Anoint your chakras. Anoint my third eye. You can say things over yourself like he was saying. Chant your manifestations. Say it like it's a song, especially if you have negative self-talk and you can't seem to find a way to stop thinking negative about something. Start making your chants a song, and you reprogram in the mind. You replay your chants over and over in your mind, your affirmations.
As a Black man in America, it's not easy to believe in manifestation and spirituality and even religion. It ain't easy because all you see around you is that junk ain't working, and I gotta work 20 times harder than this person, and I gotta grind night and day to get this. I'm here to bust that myth. Literally. You don't. You just have to get aligned with yourself. You have to become peaceful. It's not about the money. It's not about the riches. It's about peace. It is about peace within yourself, and you getting to that point where you can manifest the quote unquote riches that you want. The quote unquote cars, nice things, beautiful house. You can manifest that. For me, the work, the hard work is after the manifestation. The manifestation presents itself. What I will always say though, be specific about what you want and be ready for it when it comes. Yeah. Because when you say it out your mouth, it will come. I'm almost guaranteed that most people that's watching this have experienced that alone. Saying something out of their mouth and something coming to pass somewhere down the line. Yep.
That's manifestation. That's how it works.
That's all it is. I don't care if it came 2 years later or it came a day later. It came, and you just have to be ready and know what you're saying.
And be careful.
Yeah, and be careful about the energies that you're putting out, man. So to my brothers, man, take that thought pattern out of your mind that you just have to just be like this big tough guy and work and do it. Man, get some peace first. Yep. Get you some peace.
Get you some peace.
And watch how your life starts to adjust. And the things you're able to,
because I'm telling you, money don't make you feel good. It doesn't. It really doesn't. If you don't have the peace first, you're gonna be working all that hard. Some people work to their deathbed and realize, dang, all this money really wasn't worth it.
We see celebrities, actors. I don't want to speak on race or what it is, but we know that we see that people just be killing themselves. They be miserable, depression, and all this, and they be rich. And I used to always ask my question, why these rich people, they miserable? They act miserable to get all this money? But now I can understand. I'm not miserable, but I can understand when you're not happy and you still have these money, quote unquote riches. Okay. It doesn't
fill the void.
It don't fill the void. If anything, you try to numb the pain with the fancy cars and the jewelry and the parties and whatever else you might be doing. You try to numb it, and that's not what it's about. So
one of your first manifestations need to be, make sure I love myself, make sure I have peace within. That was one of the first things that I put my spirit into. That was the first reasons why I actually went into manifestations. I'm like, I want to balance my spirit so that I can feel good. Like, I don't care what happens, I need to feel good. That doesn't mean you don't feel sad or angry at some times, but you know that it's a cycle and you know that it's manageable, and I want to be able to manage it and have that sound reason in my head. So that was the first thing I manifested. You know, if you're in that position, that need to be number one. Number two, then you can work on your materialistic things, I would say.
Yeah.
Because when manifesting those is not going to bring you the inner peace and things that you should have.
Yeah.
So
and then after that, we work on trauma. After we get that peace, you got to heal that trauma.
Mm-hmm.
You want to manifest true trauma healing.
And discovery of trauma. To
Discovery
know what
of
you
trauma.
have, know what you're dealing with. Okay, know why you can't stop thinking negatively. Know why you can't do certain things that you say you're going to do. Like always searching. You know, I believe that's a part of manifestation as well, because as we always say, too much whom is given, much is required. You can't be up here talking about manifesting all this, but you don't want to do no self work. I think that's a part of the currency in paying for your manifestations. We're all these divine beings, but a part of the way the system works is not how it works here. Bless you, son. Bless you. Way it works down here is not, you know, how we pay for something, then we get a good. We still do that in the spiritual realm, but you're paying with your agreements of healing yourself. You know, your ancestors that left, they want you to heal. They don't want you to go down the road of destruction. So of course, if you do the good things, just like your parent give you a slice of cake, or your parent give you $5 when you do good in school, same thing with us in the spiritual realm. Most High see that you're working on yourself, being diligent, you will reap a reward. I believe that. It's been a story of my life. So
definitely agree, man. You know, so for us, that's just our journey right now.
yeah.
So
Everything is strictly off manifestation. The whole I Am Surviving Vegan brand, the Instagram, the followers, the revenue, everything. We manifested. Our goal for the year was what, 500K? We already at about 300 for the year.
Yep.
We're already at about 300 for the year. So
we in the second quarter.
exactly, and we was able to manifest $140,000 last month, April. So we're not speaking from a point of wishing and shoulda, coulda, woulda doing it. We're actually doing it.
It's become, and the thing is, the manifestations are coming tenfold.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I wrote on my paper. I was like, I want to make this much 100-fold. Whatever that means. I guess that's what it meant.
I mean, that's what's going on? And that's the reality of it. Like, you ask for one thing and you get more. You know.
Especially, but we keep doing the work though. We're not stopping
exactly.
at that
you don't
point.
Stop the work. You cannot stop the work, y'all.
You cannot stop the healing. You cannot stop the feeding yourself what you desire,
you know,
what you
I
deserve.
Realized when I was in meditation, I came to the realization that I had a list. I have a front and back paper of expectations that I expect and I want to happen. I know it should happen for the work that I'm doing. But remember, you hear what I just said? I have to do the work. The work that I'm doing, I will get all the manifestations that I asked for. But I have to do the work. And the work is healing my trauma.
Yep. That's the only true work. That's the only true work. All this working for bills, yes, it's a necessity, but only because they set it up that way. Mm-hmm. The Most High sent us here with everything that we need. So, you know, if your soul is damaged, that's something you came here with, and it probably was damaged by outside illusions and influences. Boy, it's your responsibility to clean it up.
That Matrix, boy. If y'all watch, I know everybody done watch The Matrix. The Matrix is so serious. We are living in the Matrix, and they have got us warped.
And that frequency your frequency and the energy that you put out and that you radiate with, you know, you want to radiate with joy. You want to attract joy. If you're radiating with toxicity, you know, you call some people, all they got to talk about is, let me tell you this, girl.
Can't do it.
And that's what they attract in their life. Drama. All right. So be careful what you say. Be careful what you do and how you treat people and treat other energies and entities. Make sure that you have peace within and know that you're safe within yourself. That is your tools to manifesting. And you're not ever fantasizing only if you think that you're fantasizing. Correct. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in your power.
No, it's not.
It's not going to happen. So I don't think that there's ever, to blatantly answer the question, I don't think that there is a such thing as I'm fantasizing. All right. If I see it in the spiritual realm, that means I can attain it. But if you don't believe yourself and you don't trust yourself, then that's the issue. And that's why it seems like it's fantasy to you. Correct. Okay? So peace. Now, wait, let me say this, because somebody be like, well, I could say I want a monkey that speak Japanese. Okay. I ain't talking. I'm not talking about being a clown, okay? Obviously, I'm talking about, saying that you put this out there. I want to attract this type of physical thing that actually exists to myself, or attract an idea for a business to myself. You can do that, but I ain't talking about being a clown. I'm talking about I want to see a talking, walking giraffe monkey tomorrow.
That's what I'm talking about. A talking, walking giraffe monkey.
Oh, and of course, y'all hear Baby Prince now. He was quiet. Say hey.
Hello.
Say it. Say hi. Oh, he not saying nothing. Okay, well, Baby Prince was on us tonight, in this evening, this afternoon. I know you guys heard him all through the podcast. We are real parents doing real things, running a real business, running a real life. If we can do it and manifest, you can do it as well.
You can do it.
Make sure you guys follow us on all social media platforms. On TikTok, I am Surviving Vegan. On Instagram, I am Surviving Vegan and Surviving Vegan _ Grizzy the King.
Grizzy
on
THA King.
Grizzy the THA. And then on YouTube, Surviving Vegan TV. And yeah, I think that's all. Oh, and on Twitter _ Surviving Vegan. Peace, love, and light to my fellow surviving vegans. See y'all later.